just thought I would do a little outro to this video. I hope you can hear me okay, and I hope you can see me okay. I have you you're on my iPad at the minute because my phone died and I forgot to charge my nice little camera that I've got. So this is what we're doing. I just wanted to introduce you to this new little series on YouTube that I'm doing, which has happened a bit spontaneously and I didn't really think about it, but I just thought, oh, I might as well document this because it's something quite nice and quite interesting. But you kind of see me through this whole video setting up pretty much a little pottery studio in my mum and dad's greenhouse, and I was going to call this series the Greenhouse Studio or just the greenhouse. I'm not quite sure. I feel like studio then kind of gives it an indication that like there's going to be art and something's happening. And I just thought that it's such a lovely idea because it's, the greenhouse is where things bloom and it's where you sow seeds. And I just thought it would all kind of work very, very well with my art as well as just the space in general. So I've just done part one. This is part one, which has been me just setting up the space. And it'll probably change over time, just getting used to this new space. And I think, especially, I'm a little bit worried about how hot it's going to get, but I just think I feel just very grateful just to have space. It was actually my mum's idea. She came up with it as it was a space that they kind of weren't using or using very little. And it means that it's very easy to clean because obviously clay is messy. So you can just hose it down in there and it's just very easy. I've been looking to try find ways to make ceramics for a while now. As we were kind of coming back from traveling, I started to have a look to see if there's anything available, but there just kind of isn't really much around in the northeast, if I'm being honest. There's a couple of there's one place in Newcastle that I think do a subscription service where you pay a monthly fee and then you kind of have access to the space. But one, it was quite expensive, and what I really just wanted was something more low maintenance. Like, I think I just wanted to be able to have access to a space and just use it when I wanted instead of kind of having this quite big lump sum every month. But I don't know if that is just the price of things nowadays because I haven't obviously looked into being a part of a community studio like that for a very long time. I was part of a community studio when I was in Glasgow, and I'm pretty sure that wasn't as much as what they're charging. But again, I don't know if things just are different now, and obviously things are more expensive. But yeah, I just thought it was a really nice idea, and also I feel very grateful to just have space to make. And I don't really know how long I'm going to be in this space for, and I don't really know what's going to come of it, but I just know that it's going to be really nice for me and my brain, and I'm just very much looking forward to making things. And I think as well, because I don't really know how long I'm going to be in this space for, I feel very much that my time here is going to be very intentional and very purposeful, and I really want to plan what I'm going to make because, again, just I don't really know what we're doing at the minute. So I just feel like every moment I have in this space is going to be very intentional and just using the time wisely. Because my mum did say, she was like, "Oh, are you going to go do some throwing today?" And I was like, "No, I'm just going to set this all up first and kind of put everything in place and then go away and plan a small collection and then make it and then go from there." In the past, I've noticed that I kind of wouldn't really have much of a plan for a collection. It would just be very much, I'd work kind of intuitively, which is quite nice, but at the same time, I would just make things that I think would sell, and then a lot of the time it would kind of be a mix of some things sell, some things don't. I did really well at one point with some takeaway mugs that did very, very well during the Christmas period. So I think takeaway mugs are definitely going to be up there because I feel like they seem to sell quite well, and I don't mind making them. I've just got some more ideas. I would really like to do some green takeaway mugs and do kind of a little spiral on them. And also some mugs and things like that as well. I haven't really given myself time to develop a style of mug that I like, and I really would like to develop a little bit more time into making better handles and things like that. I feel like my pottery's been pretty good in terms of making kind of flat pieces and bowls and things like that, but I think I need to work on my mugs and all of that more kind of the more technical stuff. But I'm just very much looking forward to being in this space, and I think it's very well needed. I am somebody who gets a lot out of working with my hands. So I'm just very, very grateful to my parents that I've been able to kind of use a bit of space that they're not using anymore. And I just thought I'd make this into a series just to document this time in my life, as well as just showing you what I make, because I just think that the last shop update I did on Etsy, I sold nothing. And I do wonder if one of the reasons why it hasn't sold is because I haven't really created any hype around it, or I don't feel like I really created much of like a story around it, where a lot of the time I feel to be able to sell well is like creating connections with people. And I feel like part of that process is like showing how you make something and your thoughts and ideas. And I don't know if I've really done that very well a lot of the time through social media, just because it is quite difficult to tell your story or tell what it is that you want to talk about or what you want to make art about. But yeah, I just thought this would be a super nice series, and this can be part one, which is the garden studio. I was going to say something like, call it the garden studio sowing the seeds, meaning that we're just obviously starting off and things are coming in slowly. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. It's just something a bit different, and I'm looking forward to bringing you along with me. And this is just another little route, I feel, off my creativity. So I've been quite nice doing a video about the tattooing, and then I feel like I've been doing a little video just about general van life and kind of what's been happening, because my goodness, we're having so many issues with the van at the minute, which is quite stressful. And just, I feel like things just feel quite stressful at the minute. But this is quite a nice little oasis for me, and it's been so nice coming down today and just being outside in the garden. And one thing I really love about the greenhouse is that there's so much light, which is something that I haven't had before in a space. So when I was at my grandma's, when we lived there for a bit, when we were renting her house, I was in the garage, and the garage had just like no light. And I feel very grateful just to have that space to begin with and just have a messy space. But I really love that just everything's a window in here, which is so nice. But yeah, I just thought I would do a little outro and just explain a little bit my ideas about what I'm going to do with this space and this little series. But I hope you enjoyed it. It's a slightly longer video, and yeah, I hope you'll join me in this little series of making art and just trying to navigate the world at the moment, as well as living in a van and just all of that kind of stuff. The choices that we make to try and make life better. But this is hopefully going to be just like a little. I really want to be like a comfort YouTuber, I think, like someone that you come to when you're feeling like a bit stressed and you just want to kind of mindlessly have me kind of going on in the background where I'm just talking about pottery or making pottery. So I hope that I can do that. And yeah, I hope you'll join this little community that we're building on YouTube, and feel free to like and subscribe and do all that good stuff. But thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!